everybody, good evening, welcome back to the channel where it is time for my match preview of Liverpool against Bournemouth. This is obviously first against 18th in the Premier League, and Liverpool have won the last 5 meetings between Bournemouth at an aggregate score of 17-0. So we've got a decent record against Bournemouth. However, we have lost 3 out of the last 4. And they have won 2 out of the last 5. So it's, both sides looking to definitely bounce back for sure. So let's kick things off with our opponents, Bournemouth. Been a very difficult season, has to be said. Not helped by probably a lot of injuries to their defence, has to be said. Obviously, they've had to change goalkeeper as well because obviously, Boric... Boric, Ramsdale, there's a bit Travers as well, obviously with Begovic being out on loan as well. Aaron Ramsdale's taken that jersey as his own, and he's a decent goalkeeper. He is a decent goalkeeper, and do you know what? It's going to be very, very interesting to see if he can actually, keep that. But credit to him, he's been very, very good. So obviously Bournemouth have got... Bournemouth have got 7 wins, 6 draws and 15 defeats. They've got 27 points and they are in the relegation zone on goal difference. That is what has done them is goal difference. So it's quite interesting actually, you have to say. But there is one thing you can say about Bournemouth is that they have had a few scalps this season. They beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. They beat Manchester United at the Vitality as well. They're no mugs. And yes, this may be Eddie Howe's biggest challenge as a manager so far, but you can quite clearly see that, Bournemouth, they're a very, very good side, and, I think it is very, very good for them to be in the relegation. Well, it's not very good for them to be in the relegation zone, but what I'm meaning is, I think they will probably thrive more being in the relegation zone, and it's going to be very, very interesting. But they've got a very, very poor record against Liverpool, as I've said. The last 5 meetings, Liverpool won all 5 meetings, and like I said, 17-0 is the aggregate score in those games. So that's something Bournemouth will definitely want to improve. Obviously, Harry Wilson, one of our own, of course. He has gone out. He's on loan out at Bournemouth at this present moment in time, but he will not be ineligible. He'll be ineligible to face Liverpool tomorrow. But Harry Wilson has been a fantastic signing for Bournemouth, and he's doing really, really well. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they do. But obviously a 2-2 with Chelsea as well. That was their last result. To be honest, they're going to be very, very interesting to see how well they can actually do. And their fixtures after that, they've got Crystal Palace, they've got Wolves, they've got Newcastle, then they've got Old Trafford, then they've got Spurs, then they've got Leicester, then they go to Manchester City, then they've got Southampton, the Derby, and then they end at Everton. So big games coming up for them. So you would probably expect them to take more points at the Vitality than probably away from home, because away from home they've not been as good. But like I said, they have had scalps against Chelsea as well. So a very, very good team. And some of the players, they've got some really, really good players. Obviously, Dutch international Nathan Ake, Josh King. There was talk that he was going to Manchester United in January. That didn't happen. David Brooks has been out for the rest of the season. Callum Wilson, we all know about his goal-scoring prowess as well. Steve Cook, obviously, good player. Ryan Fraser, obviously Harry Wilson, but obviously he won't be playing tomorrow. Aaron Ramsdale, Jefferson Lerma, Jordan Ibe, there's another one that Liverpool fans will be remembering. Diego Rico, Dan Gosling, obviously Everton as well. Dominic Solanke, he could face his former club tomorrow. Be very, very interesting if he does. Lewis Cook, Simon Francis, Junior Stanislas, Philip Billing, Charlie Daniels is out for the rest of the season. Andrew Sermon, Jack Simpson, Sam Surridge, Lloyd Kelly, Jack Stacey, Chris Mepham. I could go on. It's a very, very good team for Bournemouth, but The problem is they have had lots of injuries, and that is what's really, really taken effect to them. But to be honest, and obviously after this game, then you would wish them well, because Eddie Howe is a really, really good manager. Obviously, they've bought a few players from Liverpool before. Obviously, Brad Smith was one of them. Again, Jordan Ibe, and obviously Dominic Solanke as well. So there's a lot to look. And obviously, Nathaniel Clyne was on loan at Bournemouth last season as well. So a lot to look forward to in this game. But Bournemouth, they're a good side and probably don't deserve to be in the relegation zone at this moment in time. But injuries have definitely taken their toll for sure. So the game, so obviously that's the Bournemouth side of things, and it'll be a very interesting game for sure. So the Liverpool side of things now. The new big news is Alisson Becker is out of the games against Bournemouth and Atletico Madrid, and could potentially be out of the game against Everton next Monday. The reason is he has picked up a hip injury. It looks like a muscle injury, so it could keep him out. For the game against Atletico. It's definitely going to keep him out of the games against Bournemouth and Atletico, and it's also going to maybe keep him out of the Merseyside derby. So a big blow, but a chance for Adrian to step up again, because Alisson has missed a lot of games this season. I think people forget that. Adrian has done a really, really good job. Yes, he made a mistake against Chelsea. Every goalkeeper will make a mistake. But the thing is, I think Adrian has been a decent deputiser for Alisson, so I've no complaints about that. Other news is that Quahim Kelleher, I hope I've pronounced that right, sorry to any Irish fans that's watching this, he's injured as well, so it's looking like Andy Lonergan could be on the bench tomorrow as well. As far as obviously Naby Keita is concerned, there were worrying reports that apparently his cousin was involved in a bus accident in Guinea, but it looks like he's actually survived that, so that's a good thing. So will he be involved tomorrow? Because obviously the last time we played Bournemouth, we had the Fab, Gini and Keita midfield, and it worked an absolute treat. So hopefully that would be the case. So and also, will there be changes in the team at all? It'd be interesting to see, because obviously with Atletico coming up, that might have a mindset. So maybe Milner comes in for Robertson, maybe Mane gets rested, maybe Salah gets rested, maybe Firmino gets rested. Who knows? It's going to be a very, very interesting team selection for sure. So the team I would play. Let's have a wee go at this. So obviously Alisson Becker is not match fit for this game. Big blow to lose him, definitely. And as also far as other things concerned, Jordan Henderson will be back for the Atletico Madrid game. Whether he starts or not is another matter, but this game comes a little bit too late for him, a little bit too soon I should say, for him, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see if he does make the Atletico Madrid game, of course. Obviously Shaqiri is out still as well, but I don't think he's too far away as well. So the team I would play, so very, very interesting. Lots of people are saying Milner in for Robertson. It'll be interesting to see. So the team I would play, so it's Adrian. Obviously Adrian will come back in for the game this week against Bournemouth. And then obviously right back Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think we might see maybe Joe Gomez or Joe Matip. It might be interesting to see. I don't think Dejan Lovren's going to get back into this team, so I'm going to go for Joe Gomez. But I don't be surprised if Klopp does have a wee tinker with that. I think Matip may come in for this game, but we shall see. But at this present moment in time, I think it's Adrian, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez. Then it's Virgil van Dijk. Can't really drop. You can't really drop Van Dijk, can you? You can't really rest him either. Then I think Robertson will keep his place. I do think Robertson will keep his place. Then the midfield three. Now this is very, very interesting. Who comes into the midfield? Fabinho, I think, keeps his place. I know he has not been great recently, but Klopp has a tendency to keep players who are not playing well. And I think if he plays well against Bournemouth, then everyone will forget all his poor games. I think so. I think that's going to be very, very interesting indeed. So I'm going to go for Fabinho, and then I'm going to go for Gini Wijnaldum. I do think Gini Wijnaldum will keep his place, and then I'm going to go for Naby Keita. I think this is the game where Naby Keita decides to shine eventually for Liverpool. And then the front three. Do I think there'll be changes? Possibly. You can see Mane maybe being rested. You could see Salah being rested. You could maybe see Firmino being rested. But I'll keep the front three as it is: Mane, Firmino, and Salah. So team Adrian, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Keita, Mane, Firmino, Salah. So that would be my team. And then obviously on your bench you would have Lonergan, you would have Matip, you would have obviously Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Lallana, Minamino, Origi, and maybe Curtis Jones, maybe. So that's one thing you can say for sure. So going to be very interesting. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win for the Reds. And it'll be very interesting. Obviously, this is a 12:30 game as well, but we definitely need to improve after the 3 defeats in the last 4 games. And obviously, we've only scored 3 in those 4 games, which is very, very worrying. That was obviously the West Ham game, but we're back to Anfield. I've got every confidence that we'll get back to winning ways. And yeah, fingers crossed for sure. But I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. Goal scorers, I mean, Mohamed Salah's got a fantastic record against Bournemouth. Roberto Firmino's got a good record against Bournemouth as well. Sadio Mane's got a very good record against Bournemouth. Even Divock Origi, he's got a very good record against Bournemouth as well. So I think we'll go 1-0 in front at half time. So I think that might happen. So I'm going to go for Salah to score, and then I'm going to go for a Mane goal, and I'm going to go for an Origi goal. I think Origi is definitely due a goal. So I'll go for them 3 to score. So that is it. That is the match preview. That is the starting 11. That is the prediction done and dusted. So guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with my team? What do you think about Alisson being injured for Atletico Madrid as well as Bournemouth, and then obviously Everton as well? Is it a bit of a worry? Or do you have every confidence in Adrian? I've got every confidence in Adrian, for sure. Also, let me also know if your prediction for the game as well, and also let me know if you would change any of the team. It'd be very, very interesting to hear fellow Reds' thoughts and opinions for this game. So looking forward to it. 12:30 live on BT Sport. Come on Liverpool, let's bounce back with a win. Going to be a very, very interesting game. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But that's the preview done. So we'll see what happens tomorrow lunchtime as Liverpool take on the Cherries. That is Bournemouth. It'll be a very interesting game. But if you're new around here, then please hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notifications bell for every upload that comes onto this channel. And obviously, like this video and leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And I will also leave Jack Mack's LFC podcast. I am on there as well, a regular now on that podcast. Really, really enjoyable. I will leave that link in the description below as well. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see what happens as Liverpool take on Eddie Howe's Bournemouth tomorrow. So it'll be a very, very interesting game. Come on Liverpool, let's bounce back with a win. Let's get a couple of goals as well. It'd be nice to go with a good victory, and let's have every faith in Mr. Adrian as well as he deputises for the injured Alisson. So come on Liverpool, let's get the win against the Cherries. Thank you very much for watching. You'll never walk alone. This means more. See you later, Reds. Bye bye.